Figma had an event today, which is a release note for their products for February 2026. This was an event including their chief product officer and a lot of the Figma team members giving updates and sharing releases that were done so far in 2026. You must have seen the purple banner on your Figma home for a few days. So I joined the invite, attended the event, and I wanted to see if there's any worthwhile updates for us as designers. So the purpose of this video is to give you a quick brief of the highlights. The event was more casual than I expected, even though they've had live attendees, and the draw was that they're giving config tickets giveaways. There was a survey at the end that if attendees passed it, you become part of the draw for the config giveaway. The way the meeting was conducted, it was more like a demo session of a workflow between two colleagues. They reviewed a lot of existing features, including image editing features that were really a big deal in Figma and released in the last few months as well as end of last year. So if you're interested to learn more about the image editing features, I created a full video to show you how to leverage those. They're really exciting. They're very useful. There is also AI features that were released that they reviewed that make your workflow very helpful, and some of them are hidden. And I also created a video for you to see those. So check those links out if that's the interest that you have. The highlights of that initial session was just to show the nice integration between the Figma products. Like for example, how you can push from Figma Design. You can push your designs directly to Figma Make. You can also take Figma Make and copy it to embed it inside your FigJam, like you would do in a design crit if you wanted to demo that to your stakeholders. So that was nice to review and see happening live. In the release notes, they also highlighted plugins that were created by the Figma community, multiple plugins that are chosen and used by some of the Figma team. I thought that was a nice call out because there are so many wonderful creators contributing to the Figma community. Shout out to all of you. If you have created a plugin and you're watching this video, or you have a favorite plugin, please let me know in the comments. Next, another two presenters, a Figma advocate as well a Figma marketing team specialist. They shared some of the releases that happened over the last year from Figma. Some key highlights include the rollout of slots that was actually released in Schema a few months ago. Slots is a component that allows you to include variant components or elements within your pages and change them and still maintain that component. If you're interested in learning more about slots, let me know in the comments and I will do a deep dive on that. What they announced is that slots will become available for users in a beta state starting next week, which is March 5th, 2026. The second item that they highlighted big time as one of their most significant releases, and this was called out again by Yuhki Yamashita, is the Claude Figma integration, allowing for code to Canvas. And what I found really interesting there is the marketing person who was presenting, she mentioned that even though people are asking for the way back, which is Canvas to code, she said we've already released that last year when we released Figma MCP. And that is very true, because when you design in Figma Design, when you turn on the Figma MCP, you're able to copy the code way more accurately by connecting your design system. Still, I would say I hope they update these features even more so they're visible to more users, because I just released the Claude Code to Canvas video, and some of the main questions that I'm getting is, how do you do the opposite? When you edit the design, how do you push that back to the AI? So I would say that's not exactly the same workflow as just going and inspecting the design, which our developers can already do. It would be nice if that integration is more two-way. Another item that they highlighted is the FigJam stamps. They've created so many new stamps and emojis in FigJam, and apparently that was done in a make-a-thon that the Figma team does when they're relaxing and resting from product features. So they created a bunch of creative emojis and they released those. They're available for you to use within FigJam. Lastly, they highlighted the glass effect of one of the most significant features from last year, and I've also created a video for you on seeing that native glass effect that was created in collaboration with the Apple team. In the past, we had to do some workarounds to get to that glass effect, but Figma has created that natively as an effect within the canvas. After this conversation, Yuhki Yamashita, the Figma Chief Product Officer, was invited to an in-conversation section, sharing his opinions about different things in the design world. One of the main things that he answered is, he said many people ask him whether software engineering is dead. Apparently, this is commonly said and articulated these days, and in his opinion, that is not true. As design tools and AI tools become more efficient, there's so much more software that's being created. Even parents who don't have technical backgrounds are creating software, and some of them have shared with him. I tend to agree with that. I don't think our industry is dying in any ways. Yes, our jobs are changing, our roles are changing, but it's not dying in any way. He also shared that in his view, the future of our industry is code and canvas collaborating together very closely. And I think this has been demonstrated in the Figma integrations. The most important part that he called out at the end of this feature release was all the upcoming features that they're going to focus on, and I assume they'll be announcing in Config 2026. They said that their main focus this year would be to allow people to start from anywhere. You can start from wherever you want. And I think this is being demonstrated by all the Figma integrations that we're seeing. If you haven't yet seen this, I've created a video for you to show you how Figma integrated with ChatGPT. 2 videos actually. They started with just FigJam, then they moved on to Figma Slides and Figma Buzz, and I'm sure there is more coming. They're trying to enable users, even those who are not designers by trade, to get started from familiar tools that they know. Similarly, Claude Code to Canvas feature, I show you a full guide on how to enable that for yourself. And again, they're trying to empower developers to get started and to be able to connect to the Figma canvas and design so they can brainstorm with designers and work more efficiently. This is all falling in line with their goal, which is to start from anywhere. The second goal that he highlighted, which honestly I'm very excited about because I have an insider view into it, is allowing AI to become your assistant within the canvas itself. And I'm pretty sure here he is talking about the feature that they announced, which is currently in an alpha stage, and this is the prompt to edit. They have not yet defined the full name. Maybe it will change by config, but as of now it is called prompt to edit or prompt to design, which is having the AI assistant available to you from within the canvas. I've been testing this feature and it is wonderful. It is improving significantly. And the way I see it, it will become a significant part of Figma, allowing AI to support you with simple tasks that you do on a regular basis as a designer inside the canvas. Lastly, the last goal that they highlighted is elevating the craft, which means giving designers more tools that make their design work more aesthetic and powerful. So with the word craft, he highlighted the Figma Weave acquisition, as well as other tools like being able to vectorize any image, turning it into vector, and just being able to manipulate these details that make design more powerful and aesthetic. I hope you found this summary helpful. What I took away from this whole release notes, the purpose is to highlight that there's so much more coming that will support designer. It was a message of hope, of empowerment, that there's so much coming in the tool that will empower people to create better software. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.